Hi guys, some years back I had a bit of a health scare and I spent a week in Ipswich Hospital. The chap in the bed opposite to me was in his 90s and he was a fascinating character called Gordon Kinsey, and he told me all about Orford Ness and all its secrets, and that he'd written a book. So as soon as I got out of hospital I went and purchased this book, and it's been a very interesting read. And today Jenny and I are going to take the ferry and visit Orford Ness and tell you a lot more about it.
Hi, welcome to Orford. So we've just got here and arrived, and we've just got our little ferry cards. We're about to head off over to Orford Ness, so looking forward to seeing you over there.
We've had a heat wave lately. It's been non-stop heat in the late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, well,
Weeks.
yesterday it was sort of got up to about 36,
Yeah.
I think it was, wasn't it? 36. Today is really welcome.
Yes, there's a breeze.
It's about 22 degrees today, but it's really quite eerie because it's got like this real darkness. A very atmospheric actually today, which is probably quite apt actually for where we're going.
So here we are, just getting on the ferry and leaving Orford village.
It takes about 5 minutes journey across the estuary. There is the River Orr.
I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
It was quite choppy today, but the skilled sailor there, he seemed to manoeuvre that really well.
I think the boat's Octavia.
Was it?
It's owned by the National Trust, so they look after you very well. Many people telling you exactly when the boats are travelling backwards and forwards, the ferry, backwards and forwards, and to make sure that you don't miss the last one at 5 o'clock.
That's right, yeah. So here we are. We've arrived on, I was going to say the island, but it's not actually an island, is it?
The Shingle Spit.
They call it the Shingle Spit. It's called, is it the largest shingle stretch in the world? Is that right?
I think so, yeah. So I think it's about an 8 mile, or is it 13 kilometres? Something like that.
I think the chap said.
Yeah, so that's how long it would be to take around, walking around the Shingle Spit.
Yeah.
During the First World War era, Orford Ness was the RFC experimental station. Much fundamental work was carried out in this period when the air warfare was in its early development. This is including bomb ballistics testing of prototype aircraft, development of aircraft instruments and ground systems, development of testing of aircraft camouflage, navigation equipment and crew safety, and lethality and vulnerability testing.
Nice.
So there's a little bit of information. It's a bit tricky to read, but I will read what I can. Just wait for the vehicle to go by. So to do with the shingle, it does say the Shingle Spit. This is the one of the largest and finest examples of vegetated shingle in the world.
Wow.
And then I can't read the little bit. It says something about wildlife year round.
You can see the castle.
I think it's the fact that you have only certain species that will live and breed here.
Yeah.
And nowhere else, and I think that's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
The problem that we found with around Dunwich, there's so many now that have lost their homes with the fire.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but when you think of Minsmere, it's a really important area, as is this.
About 25 years to get back to how it was. They said. But just in the distance there, guys, you can see the Orford Castle. So that's a blog for another time, maybe.
So we were on the River Orr, is that right? And then it goes into the River Old.
That's right.
As it goes further around to Aldborough.
That's it. Yep.
Grazing.
Right.
So it just says within the grazing marshes of Orford Ness, we have created some new lagoons, restored other areas, and created a 2.5 kilometre of new ditches. So I think they're really keen to keep the upkeep of the wildlife here, which is really nice, and the grazing for the animals, as well as obviously the interesting facts about all of the buildings and everything that has gone on here. So can't wait to explore a little bit more.
Come with us, guys.
So these were some of the original signs that would have been up and around the place. And that one over there as well. Oh, now, as we first arrived, we were told about some of the birds that were nesting here. So if you have a quick little look across here, these are some of the birds that are here and have actually been spotted recently.
Yeah. Can you read them out, Jen?
Yeah, so we've got the curlew, we've got lapwing, avocet, the lesser black-backed gull. Oh, that was a tricky one to say. Northern wheatear, oystercatcher, spoonbill. No, really interesting.
It's to do with the bill, right?
The short-eared owl, northern wheatear, black-tailed godwit. There was the buzzard as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, kites, red kites.
Kestrels. He said something about the kestrels have been spotted here as well. This is quite interesting too. So yeah, so no dogs actually are allowed here.
Yeah, makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, protects the...
Yeah.
Oh, here, this is what I was reading earlier as well. The site of special scientific interest. One of the largest and finest examples of vegetative shingle in the world, yeah. Steve, did you know that in between the World War One and World War Two, around about 1924, it was actually renamed Orford Ness Research Laboratory or Laboratory?
I didn't know that. No.
And it began to function as an outstation for the aircraft and armament experimental establishment. That sounds a bit exciting, doesn't it? The bombing and gunnery testing continued.
Yeah.
And it was crucial advances for which made Orford Ness the interwar period, and most importantly being the early radar development. So I think we're going to be talking a little bit more about that to come, aren't we?
Yeah. You can see the radar towers. Well, I need to check the facts, but as far as I know, during the Cold War we could tune in to people discussing various things in Russia, and as far as I know, we were the only people that could do that. So it was quite serious that time. You know, World War III was looming, and bits like that was a massive help, because we could find out so much secret information from the Russians purely from those.
So there's some interesting information in here. I'll just read out a few bits as I'm going around. So yeah, as Steve is just showing you the outside, I will give you a little bit of information from the inn.
So Jenny's going inside now.
So in where the radars were and the masts, it's got here, there was a very large grey building visible beyond the King's Marshes. Is almost all that remains from the vast Anglo-American radar system, the 441A, codename Cobra Mist. It might have been called Anglian Mist or even Sentinel Fan, which aptly explained both its purpose and its chief feature. So yeah, as Steve had said rightly about the Cold War, the Pentagon was developing a variety of surveillance and intelligence gathering systems. So you've got the AN/FPS-95 over the horizon scatterback radar, was one such designed to bounce a very powerful signal, a peak power output of 10 MW off the ionosphere F layer over a minimum range of 575 miles and a maximum of 2,300 miles to the east. By the steering of the beam, it was designed to make observations within a 90-degree azimuth sector extending from 19.5 degrees to 110.5 degrees clockwise from true north. Its purpose was to monitor from the Iron Curtain and detect the track of the aircraft, detect missile and satellite launchings, fulfill the intelligence requirements and act as a testbed for further research. It was used the pulse Doppler method to detect the radar signals from moving targets against the much larger return from the Earth's surface. If successful, it was hoped that the early warning of an attack would increase from 4 minutes to 15. So, yeah, really important stuff going on here. So, do you know that during the World War II era, there was a great deal of varied work that was carried out, aside from this continuation of the lethality and vulnerability trials. Bomb ballistics was an important focus.
Right.
There was even trial carried out with the German incendiary bombs dropped from a captured Ju-88.
Blimey.
No.
It's just, there's so many interesting facts about this place, but I do feel there's a lot more to it that they're just never ever going to disclose.
There's those secrets, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we can go into this one here on the right, but as you can see just up ahead we're not allowed to go any further. So it just makes you wonder why.
Yeah.
Are they still using it?
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is this where they keep the aliens contained away from the outside world?
It would be a good pretense, wouldn't it, with the fact that oh no, it's disused, it's abandoned, and yet they're still using it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, why are we not allowed to go there?
The whole place is very, very weird, very strange. Would I recommend coming here? Maybe, but
I certainly wouldn't be coming again. That's my personal opinion, but I mean, it is just eerie and strange, and there's a lot of unexplained things. Could you get a lot of this information from being online? Possibly. But then the actual real information that you want are hidden. So yeah. I don't think you're going to get to see much if you do come. That's the point, isn't it? Let's have a look in here.
Later test cells, such as lab 4 and 5,
that has got to be one of the most creepiest places I think I've ever seen in the flesh.
Is that water in that?
Yeah, stagnant water. I mean, that is just... That's like a scene of a horror film, isn't it?
Did you get one of those leaflets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can imagine something jumping out of that, can't you?
You see any hairs or Chinese ones?
And this? You.
Yeah, they test it, wouldn't they? They cover it and test it. Yeah, that water's actually just It would have been a dry bit. Yeah, that's just from...
It's like a cell.
Rain. When it last rained. It's not bad though, is it? It's held that quite well. Yeah. No, it's it is quite dry actually. It's obviously quite a bit more water. I agree with you.
Right, that's where they keep the old lizards.
Yeah.
How much
Lizard people.
How much asbestos is in that building, eh?
Yeah. Do you reckon that's where they keep the lizard people?
No, it just creepy. So
Here we are, hazardous area, no unauthorised access. Blah blah blah. Come to Orford Ness, guys, where you will learn nothing because it's a one big secret.
yeah, I mean, over there in the distance, that looks really quite well kept. That one, not so much. Well, hard to say because it's a lot of it is underground there.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if that's part of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And you actually think how much more is underground.
So, in a nutshell, sum it up. What do you think of Orford Ness?
Mysterious, bleak.
Would you come again?
No. No, but I think
really
now as I've been, and it's also so desolate and not looked after. Don't know. It just makes you feel quite sad in some ways that there is obviously history here to be learnt about, and it's just been left to ruin, which is an incredible shame. But again, is there reason behind that?
And the wildlife is thriving.
Well, and that's lovely. That's the lovely bits about it, is that it is really nice for all of the birds that are being spotted here.
Here and nowhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've got your common birds that are everywhere, but some of the species of birds that are getting here are nowhere else in Europe.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit of a dumping ground.
So if you want to come and yeah, I think maybe that is the thing. If you want to come and maybe just enjoy a little bit of the historical side as a side, and enjoy the looking for the wildlife more so.
Yeah.
I think there's meant to be some Chinese water deer as well. That has been spotted.
And hares.
Yeah.
But so bring your cameras and go for gold with the wildlife. But as far as trying to find anything restored, you're not going to find it.
Can you see that one over there?
In the distance, is that a kite or?
Hard to see. It's gone in line with the trees, which is dark.
Yeah.